the other reindeer. But Rudolph's antlers, well, they were just small, teeny, tiny little stubs. And worst of all, Rudolph had a nose that was big and bright red, and it glowed in the dark. Like that. Poor Rudolph. He wanted to be like the other reindeer in Toyland. Oh, to have a small brown nose instead of a big bright red one. The other reindeer made fun of Rudolph. They called him names. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. They teased him over and over again until little tears glistened down his shiny red nose. Sometimes the other reindeer, they made a circle around Rudolph and they sang, red nose, a funny sight, big as an apple and twice as bright. They kicked up snowballs with their tiny hooves and they covered Rudolph with a blanket of fluffy white snow. There's Rudolph. You see, he doesn't look very happy because they're making fun of him and they're all giving him a hard time and beating him. Let's see now. All the reindeer, they love to play games. They played tree tag and snow slide and tumble bumps. And Rudolph, well, they never asked him to play. He stood behind a pine tree and he watched. He was so lonely. Well, Rudolph, he couldn't even play hide and seek with the rabbits because his glowing red nose, it always gave him away every time. Let's see. Oh, you want to see the picture? See, there he is. And see, he's trying to hide from all the little bunny rabbits, but they see him because his nose is so bright. It's always a giveaway. Yeah, he's kind of sticking his head up. Not very good hide and seek. Let's see now. Now, before Christmas Eve, Santa's elves, they posted a sign on the gate of Toyland. Santa's team choosing time, the sign said. Time to choose members of Santa's team. All the reindeer, well, they were asked to line up at 8 o'clock in the meadow. And Santa Claus, well, he was on his way. He was going to choose the team that would deliver presents to every good little girl and every good little boy in the world. Well, the reindeer, well, they danced with excitement and when they heard the news. They pranced and they tossed their antlers and they pawed the ground with their little hooves. All the reindeer, each one of them hoped that they would be chosen to guide Santa's sleigh. That was the greatest honor for a reindeer to have, to guide Santa's sleigh. Oh, yes, absolutely. Here's the sign, and it says Santa's team choosing time. It's one of the elves. And there's some of the reindeer. They're all excited because they want to get chosen to be on Santa's team. He does. Oh, that's a really long beard. Oh, and he too. My beard's not quite as long as that. That's a whole lot of beard. Let's see. I don't see Rudolph. I guess he doesn't know yet. Maybe he'll find out. Oh, guess what? Rudolph, he was ashamed to have Santa see his bright red nose, so he wanted to hide. At 8 o'clock, when all the other reindeer had gone to the meadow, Rudolph hid behind a holly, a big old bush of holly. He hid, and his bright red nose blended in with the bright red berries and the thick leaves. Well, they concealed the rest of him. Nobody would find him. See, he sees the little sign. There he is, hiding behind a big holly bush because he's embarrassed. Do you think he should be embarrassed, though? I don't think so either. Now let's see. Now in the meadow, all the reindeer, except for Rudolph, they stood in a line while Santa inspected them. Santa chose carefully only the fastest and the strongest and the best reindeer would do. And so Santa says, I think Dasher will be fine. He's the biggest reindeer. Dasher wrote his elf assistant in the big book, Dasher. And Dancer's the strongest, said Santa, pulling out his beard. Dancer wrote the elf. There they are, all the reindeer there in a line, and there's Santa. He's choosing some of the Dasher and Dancer. elf, he's writing it down. Exactly, there's another elf. And helping out. So, let's see, continues Santa. Here's Prancer and here's Vixen. They make the smoothest landings on rooftops. Comet, he's the fastest. Cupid is the most sure-footed. You know what that means? Sure-footed? That means he's really confident when anywhere that Cupid goes. Really, really good at landing and good at moving around carefully. Oh, you like me? Like people go. And last, said Santa, I choose Donner and Blitzen. They're the best at twisting over tree trunks and skimming over telephone poles. Well, the reindeer in Santa's team, they were really happy. They rubbed noses, they danced, they clinked their antlers together. Even the reindeer who were not chosen were given good jobs. One of them was chosen to try out electric trains, and another one, his job was to cuddle Christmas kittens. Oh my goodness, Christmas kittens. See all the little kittens, they're all cuddling up with them. Yeah, these little tiger kitties. And there's Santa with all the reindeer, and they're so happy. I know, little tiger kittens. There are. And that one, he's playing with the trains. Well, he's not there because he doesn't think that he's good enough to be on the team, so he was hiding. But he shouldn't either. Do you think he should hide?
No, I think because they're chosen so they can see.
I think you're right. So the only reindeer without a job was Rudolph. He wanted to help, but he knew he would be laughed at. So he stayed hidden behind that holly hedge. I hope he doesn't say hidden. At last it was Christmas Eve. Santa's elves were busy and they were packing the sleigh. I don't care if they do make fun of me, Rudolph said. I want to help too. I want to be a good helper. He dashed from his hiding place and he went to find Santa. There must be something I can do to help, he said. So there he is, and he's still hiding. But then there's the sleigh and there's Rudolph. He's coming up to find Santa. I bet we know what's going to happen.
All right, I'll pick it up.
Oh, don't worry, my child will eat it off the floor.
Now the night was very, very cold, and there was a terrible fog that covered the whole earth. Now Santa and elves, they kept bumping into each other, and they kept on bumping into each other and being clumsy while they hitched up to the team. They could hardly see each other, or they could hardly see in front of themselves too. But still, they put on their bright red harnesses and they tied up each jingle bell to their harnesses. But they couldn't see a thing. Now, to make matters worse, Dasher and Dancer, they were fighting over who was going to be the head, who was going to be at the front. I was chosen first, said Dancer, stomping his whole feet. But you always trip over the moon, said Dancer, kicking out a falling star. And so even Santa was starting to get upset. He said, we'll never get there. We'll never, ever get there if you two don't stop arguing, he said. And where is my Christmas list? Oh, no, I can't see a single thing in this fog. See? And there's the poor elves trying to get the harnesses on the reindeer. And there's Santa right there. He's telling them, you guys have to stop arguing. I hope that they listen. Let's see now. Here we go. But then a soft red glow lit up the snow. Thank goodness, said Santa. Suddenly he was jolly again. I found my list. Ho, 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 ho. I must have tucked it in my belt. Oh, and there's his list. Who brought this fine lantern? Asked Santa. I must take it with me. Why, I can see perfectly now. And then a voice said, it's not a lantern. It was Rudolph. He was a little nervous. He was kind of shaky because he was so nervous. He said, the light. Well, it comes from my nose. From my nose. See, there he is. His nose is glowing, and there's Santa. You can see his list right there. So, next, Rudolph. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, said Santa. I'm certainly glad to see you. Your light will guide my sleigh tonight. I appoint you to head my team, and I'm going to make you the #1 reindeer in the whole world. Rudolph held his head high. Proudly he pranced to the front of the team, the front. All of the other reindeer, well, they bowed. Donner, Dancer, well, they helped Rudolph put on his harness. And Cupid gave him a beautiful sprig of holly berries. And there they are, talking to each other, his nose blown, right?
You like my
And there they are, they're all bowing.
You like my teeth?
And Rudolph has a very special job to do.
Kitty cat.
The very last page. Then down, down, down through the clouds and over the sleeping houses, Santa and his team flew on that foggy Christmas Eve. And leading the whole procession was Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. So if you see a soft glow, just like Rudolph. So if you see a soft glow in the sky on Christmas Eve, you can be sure that Rudolph, the most famous reindeer of all, is very near. The end.
What happened?
Oh, did you,
He fell.
did you see?
He's okay.
There he is.